Hey guys, Yvette here. Welcome to Willow Creek. You might want to excuse me from looking straight at the camera. Although honestly, do I ever really look straight at the camera? Like I've been new to this for, I think I started my channel in August or something. And so, I still can't get my ass to focus on just looking straight at the camera. And even when I try to talk straight at the camera, my eyes wander. So, anywho, today is day 7. Is it day 7? Yeah, I think it's day 7 of the October YouTube Pagan Vlog Challenge. I got it! Yay, I got it! It took me 7 days to do it, but I got it. I'm on my way to my PT appointment. So, but today's prompt word is darkness. Now, I've been thinking about this since last night. Well, all day yesterday actually, because I've been trying to figure out what can I say about darkness that isn't already going to be said. But what came to mind is mental health. I wasn't that far because I was at the store across the street and my PT's right across the street. But I still got time. So, yeah, there are times when we get in a situation where it just seems like it's dark, like things are darkest before the dawn. You know what I mean? It's like we're going through a situation that we feel we can't dig ourselves out of. And I hope that music doesn't show up on the video and I get striked or something, taken down. But and darkness just isn't just mental health. I mean, darkness can be anything that brings us down. Darkness can also mean the dark side of ourselves. Because let's face it, we are not all, sugar and spice and everything nice. We, a lot of times we're a handful. And and sometimes situations have made us the way we are. No, not sometimes, all the time. Every experience we've had in our lives has shaped us in some form or another. And there are times when we get into a dark place in our minds, and it's hard for us to get out of it. And a lot of times that's part of depression. It's part of depression. It's part of anxiety. Sometimes anxiety will get you and just cripples you, and then you feel like there's no way out, like you can't climb out, but you can. You can do it. You can do it because you're strong. You gotta think back of, of something that you have been through that has been like so hard that you felt like that you were never going to be able to get out of it. But here you are now, right? So, anytime that you feel like you can't dig yourself out of something, think about that time, because you can do it. I know at the moment it always feels like, I fix my glasses. I know at the moment it sometimes feels like, oh shit, you're wallowing in it. You're just like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to do this or that. Well, if you keep telling yourself that, then it's going to take you longer to get through it, to get out of it. You know, it's okay to get upset. It's okay when you're there in a dark place, but don't live there. It's not good for you. And I know it's easier said than done. A lot of people have experienced really dark things. I, for one, have. As a child, I lived a living hell from the age of 2 to 12 years old. That was my living hell. And I say hell like there's really, but you know, it was a nightmare. It was my nightmare. It was a torture for me. Without getting into specifics, it was just something I felt was never going to end. And so I'm here to tell you that even though it's really dark, you can find your way out. And sometimes if you need someone to talk to, you know, I am not ashamed to say that I've had therapy. I've needed therapy to get through my childhood, to my childhood trauma. I needed therapy for years. I'd done therapy for years. It took several therapists for me to find one that actually I could actually connect with and actually listen to me and had an exchange, back and forth exchange with me. She didn't just sit there and say and write things down and then try to prescribe me medication. No, she worked out things with me. Role playing. We did all sorts of things, and I know that I just for myself, insurance wise, she was out of my network. But you know, I paid out of pocket, and so I felt that I was worth it. In order for me to move forward, I was worth paying for my therapist. And now that I'm not 100%, but I can tell you right now I'm 80%. Because before I went to her, I was a mess. And it affected my life. It affected my health. It affected my family. You know, it just affected everything. It affected when I had children. I was just dealing with so much. At the time, I didn't know. I mean, I knew that I had trauma, right? But I didn't know that was what was affecting my relationship with my ex-husband and my children, and the way I cared for my children. I was very depressed. I had severe anxiety. Believe it or not, I had agoraphobia. And it's a big deal that I am now able to be out and about in my life to get to. Now, there are times when I just can't. Like, I just can't. I can't go out because I can feel like the pressure. And so I just don't go anywhere. And then there are times when I'm okay, I'm here, there, I'm at the store, whatever. And then I can go to the store late at night. It's a good tip for you guys. Go to the grocery store about 8:30. There's hardly any people there. If I go to the store like about this time, like about between noon and 7 o'clock, I'm a mess because there's just so many people in there, and I'm picking up all their energies and whatnot, and it just makes me so down because not everybody is in a good place. And a lot of people are dealing with a lot of stuff, and so they take their energy, it's their energy, and they let it out everywhere. And so I gotta walk around with tourmaline in my pocket. But I digress, because I don't know where I was going with that. But I feel like, while we can be in the darkness, never forget that you can get yourself out of there. Never forget how strong you are, because you can do it. No matter what you've gone through, you have found yourself here now. And you're not going through it. And if you're going through something, speak up. Say something. Do what you need to do, but speak up, because you need to. If you need help, ask for help. But I just kind of figured I'd talk about this. I know that my videos haven't been too witchy, but I feel there's more to us than just witchcraft. At least for myself, I feel like there's more than just that. I love my craft. I love working my craft. I love doing what I do. I just feel the need to speak up, to help people. If they needed to hear this, then they needed to hear this. I sometimes feel like these things come to me because someone needs to hear it. And I'm here to tell you that you are strong, and you can get through the hardest things that you feel are so hard that you can't get out of. So I may do day 8 in a little while after my PT. We shall see. If not, I will do it tomorrow. But until then, I'll see y'all later, guys. Bye.
Open up, you OPN. Hit you on BBM. We should be closer than friends.